Hi, welcome back to the channel. We have this question on geometric series, and the question says, in which of the following series can the formula S is equals to A over 1 minus R, where A is the first term and R is a common ratio, be used to find the sum of all the terms? Now, the first thing I want you to know is the formula S is equals to A over 1 minus R is used for finding the sum of an infinite geometric series. Now, so there are two things, or rather there are three things that are important. Number one, we must have a first term, which is A. If you look at all of the series, they all have first term. Number two is they must have an R. An R is the common ratio. We'll establish that in each of them. And finally, the series must converge. This series must converge. How do I test for convergence? This we'll find out as we work on. Now, number one, in A contains 4, 8, 16, 32. Now, if you look at this series, A, which is 4, is the first term. A is equals to 4, and R in this series is the same thing as T2 over T1. That is T2 here over T1, which is equals to 8 over 4. 8 over 4 is equals to 2. Now, let's test for convergence. For this series to converge, R must be less than 1. If R is greater than 1, then the series will not converge. And for R to be equals to 2, the series will definitely not converge. Now, let's look at the second part, which is B. On the B, we have half, 2.5, 12.5, 62.5. The first thing is to check for an A. We have an A, which is the first term, which is half. Then let's check for the R. For the R, we'll be taking T2 over T1. That will be equals to 2.5 is same thing as 5 over 2 over half. That will be the same thing as 5 over 2 times 2. 2 here is 1, 2 here is 1, which is obviously 2. Now let's test for T3 over T1. That's equals to 12.5 over 2. That's 25 over 2 times 5 over 2 this time will be divided by 5 over 2. That's 2 over 5. I'm inverting it straight away. Here is 5, here is 1. Here is 5. 2 here is 1. 2 here is 1. That's equals to 5. Now, since R is not constant in this series, obviously the formula S is equals to A over 1 minus R will not work for this series. Now, let's consider the third series. That's option C. Now, for option C, we have 4 over 81, 2 over 27, 1 over 9, and 1 over 6. I'm also suspecting the same thing that happened in option B. Now T2 over T1, that will be 2 over 27 times 81 over 4. For the R here, 9 in 27, that's 3. 9 in 81, that's 3. That's 9. 3 in 3 is 1. 3 in 9 is 3. 2 here is 1. 2 here is 2. That's equals to 3 over 2. Now let's check for the second R. Here again will be 1 over 9 times 27 over 2. Now that's 9 here is 3. 9 here is 1. And 9 in 27 is 3. That's equals to 3 over 2. Although both R's are constant, and here there is an R, but you observe that the R in this case is also greater than 1, because 3 over 2 is same thing as 1.5, which is greater than 1. So this series cannot be solved with this formula. And finally, let's test our D. Now for the series in D, we have 128, we have 64, we have 32, and here we have 16. This is looking close to the answer. If you look here, we have our first term, which is A, and let's check for R. R will be equals to T2 over T1, that's 64 over 128. 64 here is 1. 64 in 128 is 2. That's equals to half. R again, C3 over T2 will be equals to 32 over 64. Here's 32. 32 here is 1. 32 here is 2. That's equals to half. Now, since R in this case is equals to half, which is equals to 0.5, and which is less than 1, obviously, we can use this formula to find the sum of the infinite series. With this, I hope you understand how to apply S is equals to A over 1 minus R in solving for infinite series. Thank you for staying with us and see you in our next class.